channel. My name is Wendy, if we haven't met before. Often on this channel I talk about meals that I'm cooking or things I'm doing around the house and getting things done, but also often I share family holidays and vlogs of things that we're getting up to. So today I want to share a hike that we went on as a family and a 2-day stay we had in a forest hut here in New Zealand. So just this last week we travelled to Pukeiti forest, which is in New Plymouth, Mount Taranaki, and we travelled into a place called Piwakawaka Family Hut, and we stayed there for 2 nights. Piwakawaka is Māori for fantail, which is a type of native bird. We went up there with my oldest son Logan and his wife Bex, our granddaughter Cora, and Regan came along with me initially. James and Emma joined us halfway through. They came up the second night. So we'd driven quite a while and we arrived at the Pukeiti forest car park at about 4 o'clock, and we had till about 6 o'clock before it was going to get dark. So we really quite quickly got our kit together and got organised. Right there at the car park there is a cafe and a museum and things that are usually open, but this was an evening so it had just shut, and the only thing that was available was the public toilet. Once we got our gear together we were able to just pack up the car, we leave it locked there. It's not actually that far, it's only about an hour's hike. We needed to be able to get to the hut before dark.
Tell you really waste work for you.
You're ready to go!
Has she actually been in that before?
Yeah, heaps of times.
Oh, okay, so she's not
a
like
pro.
a first time thing. She's like, I know how to sit in this.
She's like, yeah, I'm going on an adventure.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Remember the last time we said we were going to be half an hour? No.
Wasn't it like only an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's rough.
That's rough.
Because yours was an hour, Mum's saying half an hour, and now we've got an hour and a half, so that's a new time. It's kind of bummer how you only ever see the hut when you're actually right in front of the hut. But I'd like to know exactly how far away it is, and if there are any shortcuts.
Down here, down that trail, along here.
It is a little bit tricky watching Regan carry that carry bag. It has got a lot of food in it, that one, and it was quite heavy and it was awkward for him to carry. I don't think it was the weight of the bag, I think it was the way he had to carry it that he found hard. In the end, Logan was able to carry the both of them, thankfully. So he managed to carry those in the whole way. I think in hindsight looking at it, I would have taken as much as I could out of that bag and put it in our packs. Maybe we didn't have enough room, I can't entirely remember, but I'll definitely keep that in mind for next year.
Tara was like to me, do you think you could take a tram? And I was like, yeah.
3 kilometres.
It only took us like 20 minutes.
Okay, it's all good. But that was an incline.
Babble, bab, bab, bab. 2 Ks. 2 kilometres to go, Cora. 2.
I'll try.
Okay.
Go, Dad.
So we get to the top of the hill and we'd realised as we were walking up there were things that we wanted James and Emma to bring in. So this was going to be our only point of getting reception at the top there. You can get reception in places around the hut, but it's not always going to be consistent ever. So at that top part we quickly sent out a few messages just in case he got them and he might remember to bring a few things in. Of course we had everything that we were going to need to survive, but these were going to be niceties that we could have for finishing off our tramp. As you can see, Bex is doing amazing carrying a backpack and and Cora on her front. Cora, I think, is about 8 kilos, she said, and her pack would have been at least 10 kilos. So that's a lot of weight for her to be carrying. So, you know, props to Bex for doing that. Hey, Cora. Hey.
Oh.
What you doing? Are you following me? Are you following me? You are. You're very clever. She's like, what's the problem? That was easy.
That was so much fun.
Hey, good girl. She's like, yeah, where's the dinner? So we arrived at the hut about 5 o'clock. It's getting dark at 6 at the moment. So we had lots of time to get ourselves unpacked and prepared. I didn't show it here, but Regan and I cooked dinner. We had steak and beans and mashed kumara, and Bex and Logan settled Cora and got her cot all set up. She was using this really cool Kiwi Adventurer, but it was only 2.5 kilos. It wasn't that heavy, and that was the primary focus of what we were going to take in for Cora, because it needed to be light for us to carry it. A regular porta cot can weigh up to about 10 kilos. So this 2.5 kilo one was really durable, really robust, kept her super safe on the floors, so we could put her in there if we needed to. Cora ended up sleeping really well. She had her own bunk area that we cordoned off with some sheets and blankets to, you know, hide the light from her in the morning so that she could sleep a bit longer. My special thing that I love is the giant glass table with the map underneath, and it shows you all the little walks that you could do, or the day hikes that you could do while you were up there. So I really think that that's a cool touch.
I saw that going.
I tried.
Yum.
How did you catch on to that?
It just got no taste in the texture. Hey. Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're playing with nothing. Do you have it? Mwah.
As we let go, no illusions, nor standing still. All of fusion will never cease to thrill. Wilderness, we give you our best. We're so
Assassinated.
There's a giant spider here, Cora, if you want to find it. Something up there. Something big.
That first day we just chilled out. We didn't do a huge amount. We hung out in the morning, we had some lunch, we went for a walk before dinner. We really spent the whole day just playing games and talking and just being around each other.
You gotta get this red thing out this exit, right?
Yes.
So you move all these things around, you can't take them off the board, you gotta leave them on the board.
Yeah.
The way this one starts is that you can't move anything except this because, well, nothing else can move backwards or forwards. This is the only one that can move.
Yes.
So you just start with pushing that one there, that one that way. Push these two back here. Then you bring that one down. There we go.
Wow. Well done, Regan.
That took me ages to figure out, but now I can do it comfortably.
Well, you're going backwards. The highest is 40 and you've just done 38.
Yeah.
So you're going
Hardest,
easiest.
Yeah, I got it. I don't know, you just kind of figure out the general area of where everything needs to go.
And then you memorize it.
Well, the memorizing kind of comes with I know I've got to move this group of cars in a general direction.
Ah.
So that's not memorizing, but it's kind of memorizing. So for me, a breakfast is a light meal, whereas a dinner you go.
So I've got no footage of this, but Regan and Logan, my two sons, trekked back to the car and met up with James and Emma and walked in with them just so they wouldn't get lost, and they wanted to get something out of the car. So that was nice for them to be able to do that. It wasn't anything major. They took water, head torches, and I think maybe a muesli bar in case they were going to get hungry. I think it was a few hours and they were back. Bex and I just stayed behind, hung out with Cora, had some wine or some cider and just chatted. I know James and Emma only got a night there, but time does slow down when you're doing things like this. You really do notice every minute. You're not in media or getting distracted by anything. There's only being with each other, sleeping and eating. Those are the only things you're doing. So you are really present in those times. So even though they were only there a night, I know they enjoyed themselves. We had to be checked out by 10, so it's a bit of a rush. I know that we didn't actually get out of there till 10:30. Leaving the place tidy is quite a big priority. We actually met the other group coming in halfway through the tracks. I think it's quite good to keep to that 10 AM to check out, but you just try your best. I think it's more important to worry about getting the place tidy than trying to get out at a certain time. You wouldn't be gone at 10 AM and not finish tidying out, so you know there's a tension there.
Why can't I get rid of it?
Do you want to stick up your little mic? Why didn't you get rid of
Skin in the ring.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Skin in the ring.
Emma, can you do that? Pink, blue.
We can loosen and tighten these straps, you can do that.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday.
At the cafe.
I've been saving you, and
Show yourself. Who's it? Who's it?
A ba ba ba.
We don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and save you.
Feels like the hike is a lot shorter heading out. I think it's because the load is lighter. We're not carrying as many things. I guess we're fresher because we've been relaxing a few days. So we just kind of quietly walk out, and it's a really pleasant day to be doing that. We did manage to grab coffees at the cafe because it was open, but we ate our packed lunch. James had brought in stuff for lunch that day, the day before, so we had buns and ham and cheese and salami and things that we made, and we just sat on the lawn there, and it was just a nice thing to do to finish.
I want someone like you to stand by me always.
So Logan had booked us some accommodation at a place called Owakura Beach. It was about 20-minute drive to get there to the coast, and it was so beautiful. We had a little cabin across from the beach so you could just hear the waves. So once we got there, we unpacked and got our gear sorted out. We walked across to the beach, and a bunch of us were just feeling like going for a swim, so we just got whatever gears we had and hopped into the water. There's a few that didn't, so they stayed with Cora on the beach.
No more walk.
Don't stop, keep walking.
How's Cora?
It wasn't freezing, but it was pretty cold. But once you're in, you warmed up, and it was actually really, really refreshing. Then we all showered, got cleaned up, and a few of them went and got pizza for us to have for dinner. And I must say that probably one of the highlights of that day was going to sleep that night to the sound of the waves. So hopefully you found that interesting. It may be inspiring. You might go on a hike as well with your family. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye for now.